And it comes with the job. It's the nature of the job, no matter who the person is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
a great question.
I respect you. I mean, because my family derives from, we come from third generation converted Christians from Pakistan, and half British as well. So, it means a lot to us over here because we know what goes on in our country with our people,
Yeah.
It's powerful to me. And I admire your charismatic and knowledgeable personality.
Thanks. Good luck to you in Columbia.
Veterans, who served before.
Well, depending on what era the veteran served in the armed forces and was honorably discharged, there are different varying benefits that are available to them. For those veterans who served prior to 9/11, for example, there was what was called the Montgomery GI Bill. The Montgomery GI Bill has an eligibility period for up to 10 years after that veteran is separated from the service. The new, more modern post-9/11 GI Bill actually has an eligibility period for up to 15 years after that service member separates from the service. And there are some other examples that are out there. However, for the most part, the Florida veterans benefits that are in place, they apply to veterans universally across the entire spectrum of the conflicts that they served in. So whether they're a World War II veteran or they're a contemporary war veteran, all of those benefits are available to them. And again, it just depends on what that issue is. They need to come see us and go to our website at www.floridavets.org or come see us at one of our claims examiner sites that are available 5 days a week, Monday through Friday during normal business hours. And they can get access to every federal, state, or local benefit that they've accrued.
Where do you stand on veteran issues such as benefits?
I'm a strong supporter of veterans, our veteran community, and I've voted consistently for those benefits. Veterans, as you know, are people that have put their life on the line 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in war zones throughout the globe. And the most fundamental responsibility I believe we have from a public policy standpoint is provide them with fair, appropriate benefits. The primary benefits relating to veterans are governed, overseen by the federal VA administration. But here in Florida, we are committed to making Florida the #1 place for veterans to come after their service to create a home, raise their families. We've provided for tuition breaks for veterans, so those are some of the benefits.
He's from the city too.
From the city. Hey, Jaleel.
Hey,
Nice to meet you. Where do you live?
downtown West Palm.
All right. We're neighbors. Representative Rooney, who is from North County.
Yeah, technically West Palm Beach, but I'm way out west. Oregon.
You've been to Rooney's Pub,
guys.
and Rooney
Thanks,
family. We're gonna have you interviewing me. All right.
What are your views on standard ground?
Are we?
It's already going.
What are your views on standard ground?
I think standard ground needs to be revisited by the legislature, and the problems within standard ground need to be fixed. There are a lot of issues in it. I think the courts have expanded the law farther than the legislature had intended. And because of that, we need to revisit it. We need to bring it back to where it was originally intended and take out the excesses, such as, for example, under stand your ground, someone committing a criminal act can actually take advantage of stand your ground. That was never the intent. And now we see some people trying to use it in response to popcorn being thrown at them. We saw a case with the George Zimmerman case where someone who initiated the incident then tried to take advantage of stand your ground. And these things should be revisited. You don't want the aggressor to be able to stand your ground unless, except in some unusual circumstances. So there are things you can do to take it back to where it was originally intended, which is to protect people from harm.
Yes, sir. I wanted to know your view on gun control.
Well, I think we need to enforce the laws already on the books because we do have some good laws. I do think that we can examine the assault weapons ban, which hasn't been around for years, and find out how we can do that a little more successfully than it was last time, which was pretty toothless last time. But I think the first step is to enforce the laws that are on the books. And we have, for example, we have 10/20 life, which is a law that has mandatory minimums for people who use a gun in the commission of a crime or who irresponsibly fire a gun at people.
Okay.
It's not politics. And as far as stand your ground goes, that's an issue that the legislature should revisit. They will not be revisiting it this year. So it's up to the people out there to talk to your legislators and communicate to them what you believe should be done about stand your ground. Because right now there will be no action this year unless to expand it even further. And so the legislature needs to hear from you. Tallahassee is a small town, tough to get to. Not a lot of people come up here from home, but you can communicate with your legislators in other ways, through telephone calls, emails, personal contact when they're back in the district. Let your voice be heard.
Thank you very much.
What are your views on the stand your ground?
I think we don't need stand your ground. It should be repealed. But at the very least, we need to pass something to try to repair it this year. And at least give juries another out to not have to let criminals go free because of this stupid law.
So stand your ground is like basically you could use self-defense, right?
Well, self-defense has always been, if I'm attacking you right now, you can shoot me dead. But if I'm attacking you, I'm banging on your door, and you're in your house or you're in another room and the door is locked, you can't, shoot through the door or something because you can safely retreat. Or if you're in your car, you can hit the gas and safely retreat. But the opponents always talk about what Stand Your Ground did is got rid of the need to safely retreat.
Oh, okay.
And what the people that support Stand Your Ground is, you shouldn't have to turn your back and run. You may get shot. You shouldn't have to turn if a woman's getting raped. She shouldn't have to look and see if she can get away. She should be able to defend herself. Is the word what they neglect to say is safely retreat. The law has never required you to put yourself in danger to run. If somebody's got a gun on you, you ain't got to turn and run. You never had to turn and run. But if you're in your car and people next to you in a car playing loud music, you can safely retreat. You don't have to shoot at somebody, through your car and everything. So,
When do you think that would happen?
we're looking to do something this year. In the Senate, in the House, all they did was repeal. They had a bill to repeal and they voted that down. Because, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who still support Stand Your Ground erroneously. So they bill to repeal got voted down. I have a bill to repair it, adding some stuff to it, defining what an aggressor is, saying like if you start the fight, you can't use Stand Your Ground. If you escalate the fight, you can't use Stand Your Ground. And so I got a bill changing some of the words around in it, and that's going to be heard on March 17th here in the Senate. To get through Criminal Justice Committee. We have Rules Committee, then we should be voting on it as a full Senate by the end of March, and that gives time for the House to take it up and do some stuff. One thing that came up, a lot of people, because of what happened with Marisa Alexander, the young lady in Jacksonville, who was put in jail for shooting a warning shot, there's a bill that they're saying it's the Marisa Alexander bill that you get to shoot a warning shot and they can't put you in jail for it. And a lot of people thinking of Marisa thinking, oh, great idea, we get to do something about that. But as they've gotten up here and talked to me and talked to other members that look at these things critically, they see that that's not a good bill. It's never a good idea to tell people it's a good idea to shoot. Because I can see it sounds good when it comes to Marisa Alexander. Yes, she shouldn't be in jail. But I don't want to vote on anything that says, shoot a warning shot. Yeah, because the warning shot at you might hit him. And so you never want to pass something to encourage people to shoot. And because we had rallies like Monday, a lot of people came, and as we were able to talk to it, they changed their mind and like, well, that's not a good idea. I hate what happened to Marisa Alexander, but we don't want to encourage people to shoot in Florida. We got enough shooting, even if it's a warning shot. We don't want people to shoot.
So do you think if you take away or fix the Stand Your Ground law that there'll be less crime?
I don't know if there's going to be less crime, but you'll get more convictions, and then there'll be less people more apt to shoot. Because right now, you got people, look at what happened in the movie theater. Because of Stand Your Ground, and I place the stress on Stand Your Ground. People see that Zimmerman was able to shoot this kid and get away. They see that Michael Dunn's able to shoot these kids, and basically get away with the murder. And so you got a guy sitting in the movie theater, and one guy stand up and throw popcorn at him, and he shoots him dead. And he immediately said, "Stand your ground." Now, prior to Trayvon Martin, who knows if that guy would have shot the other guy dead. But now people have in their mind, you assaulted me. I can shoot you dead and immediately claim stand your ground. So if we take that away from them, maybe less people be apt to shoot somebody dead quickly.